The feedback that I received for my website was also very good. There were many features and characteristics that my viewers liked. Audiences told me that they liked the way that the image was consistent and the same character had been used. The image itself was also complimented. The way that the character's facial expression shows anger, along with the use of him wielding a baseball bat. This clearly shows the genre and the narrative. The institutions are also very clear. They can clearly be seen. The use of the navigation bar was also complimented, as people could clearly tell where each tab was, and finding it would be very easy. This meant that my site would be easy to navigate. The layout, along with the billing blocks and the website, were all very clear. Viewers liked the way that everything was easy to find. One of my audience feedback told me that they liked the way that the tagline created a sense of enigma. For example, every action has a reaction. They would want to know what that reaction is and what has happened. They liked the way that the website was very consistent with the poster and how they both were easily related. Audiences also liked other smaller features. For example, in the bottom right hand corner, the social networking tabs. This is something that audiences like to see, as they would use it, along with the music tab in the bottom left. This gave audiences the control of how to use the website the way they wanted to, and freedom to operate the website. However, on the other hand, some features that I could improve was the text that I had used, as some viewers thought that white on a brick background could blend in, and some viewers could find it hard to read. Some viewers also thought that the social networking tabs needed to be a lot bigger, as this is a focus on newer social realism films. I was also told that the use of review quotes challenges typical conventions, and is not something that is usually done on social realism films. However, it did create a unique look. Although this is not a convention for typical social realism film, some audience feedback told me that maybe having the trailer playing automatically could be beneficial, as it would save the viewer from having to go and click on a tab to find the trailer. The trailer that I had created also received a good response from audiences. Viewers loved the way that I had used good props. For example, the lighting that was hit on the character's back. They thought this was a great use of props and mise-en-scène and really fitted the genre and displayed the narrative. They felt that the genre was heavily connoted and easy to tell that the film was social realism. This was done through the use of violence. Everyone was able to understand what the film was about through the use of props such as the drugs and the money. They were able to tell that the film is about a character trying to leave his criminal life. Viewers also liked the way that the pace fastened and the tempo and the climax was reached at the end. This all builded up towards the end where the baseball bat swung towards the camera. This made my trailer entertaining to watch. Viewers also liked the soundtrack, as they said it heavily fitted the genre and it all went well together. They loved the baseball bat ending, as it created a sense of enigma and we did not know what happened to the other character, as the screen blacked out before we could find out. This would persuade audiences to go out and watch the film. Viewers also loved the different shot types that were used, especially the over-the-shoulder shot, as this created a heavy sense of enigma, as we did not know who the other character was and who he was being threatened by. The use of intertitles was very effective, as it clearly showed what was going on, and reviews about what people thought about the film. The establishing shot at the beginning of the trailer was also very good, and people liked the way it had been sped up so that it showed the day progressing. Enigma at the end of the trailer was created, and people really did want to know what had happened next and would go to the cinema to watch the film. However, on the other hand, some audiences felt that the lighting could have been better on some of the shots to clearly show what was going on, and disequilibrium could have been showed more clearly. Here I would have to look into Todoroff's theory of disequilibrium more carefully. Some viewers also thought that a female character would be more beneficial, as it would really fit the genre. and show more of an equilibrium. The pace could also be even quicker throughout my montage sequences. This would make the pace faster and more entertaining to watch. Also, the acting could have been more realistic, and some of the scenes could have been filmed in a better way. However, overall, I got the feedback that my media package had been a success, as people told me that they would go out and watch the film in a cinema if it came out, and they liked the way that all three media products were very consistent, and it was easy to tell that they were all related to each other. From the audience feedback, I was able to determine what people thought about my media package. I was also able to determine what they thought could be improved to make it even better. When looking at my poster, the feedback that I got was overall very good. Audiences liked the way that I had included the main character. They thought this was very beneficial. Using the main character clearly shows that this will be the main character in my film and the one that stars in my trailer also. They also liked the way that I included quotes and the use of stars. This showed a professional look. It also showed that I had got feedback from a trusting factor that is reputable. The billing block that I had used along with the release date also fits other social realism posters that have been looked at. This told me that my poster fits how a social realism poster should look and does fit typical conventions. I was also told that the use of my main character in all three of my media products was very beneficial, as there was no confusion. The main image that was used was also complemented. Viewers said that it had looked as if it had been enhanced so that the colours stood out in a way. The mise-en-scène that is used was also picked up on through the use of the baseball bat that the character is holding. Viewers thought this was great at portraying the genre and the narrative. The title at the top of the page was also complemented, as it clearly showed what the film was called. The release date at the bottom was also complemented. People liked the way that it contrasted colours. Overall, people thought that the layout was very good, with the review quotes, the release date and the institutional logos all in the right place. However, people did recommend that I could make the title a little bit bigger, just so that it was one of the first things that was most noticeable when looking at the poster. Also, the review quotes could maybe be repositioned in another place so that they are clearer to see. Also, I could have added a larger cast on my poster. This would have fitted conventions that I had looked at. When looking at the typography used on my poster, people loved the way that the font I had used fitted my genre of social realism. When looking at my audience feedback, I did not just ask people's opinions. I also posted my trailer on Empire Magazine website. This is a website that covers everything film, and under forum they have a specific section for amateur trailers. This was perfect for a place where I could post my trailer to get feedback. I decided to post my trailer on this website and wait for feedback. After a while I had got feedback, and this told me about what I could improve and overall comments from people that were not in my age bracket and people that I did not know. This was beneficial as it gave me an honest opinion. I received two comments. The first comment told me that my trailer was very good, and they thought that the soundtrack was one of the best features of my trailer, and they thought that it really brought the trailer together. However, they did find a criticism. They found that some of the scenes that I had filmed were filmed in too much of a dark atmosphere and some lighting was needed. However, overall, they thought that the trailer was very good and the use of props costume was very interesting, along with the narrative. The second comment also told me that they thought the trailer was very good, and they thought the action scenes with the lighting being smashed on the character's back was one of the best features. They also liked the way that the trailer built up in pace as it went on. although they told me that some of the scenes could be a little bit shorter to make the trailer flow faster. Although they did that the way that the institutional information came onto the screen with the faded blur. After looking at these responses, it gave me a clear indication of what could have been done to make my product even better.